So today we're going to take a look at Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Now, even though I don't live there, I'm there every day, whether I'm dining out, grocery shopping, playing golf or tennis, or some other event. So I'm going to give you an inside look at Palm Beach Gardens so you have another piece of the puzzle of deciding where you want to live in the Palm Beaches of South Florida. Let's get after it. So if this is your first time to our channel, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button because we're putting out new content every week. And you don't want to miss out on that. Now, if you want to get a hold of me, you can give me a call, a text, an email. Heck, you can even send a message in a bottle. As you can see, that'll work too. Now, we get people reaching out to us every day. And if you want me to help you find that right property for you in the Palm Beaches, you got to do the same thing that those people do. You got to give me a call, give me a text, or shoot me an email. That's the only way I can help you. All right, let's get after it. Now, the first thing we want to talk about when it comes to Palm Beach Gardens is where it's at. Now, Palm Beach Gardens is very conveniently located. It's just north of the West Palm Beach area and just south of Jupiter. It really isn't on the ocean. It's just a little bit inland, but it has really close access to the ocean. So the cool thing about Palm Beach Gardens, besides being where it is, and also on top of that, it's, 15 minutes from Palm Beach International, maybe 45 to an hour to Fort Lauderdale Airport. So you've got airports really close, really easy to get in and out of there. Right, 95 and the tollway run right through Palm Beach Gardens. So let's look at how it's laid out. So on the north end, there's a road called Donald Ross Drive, and that's the border between there and Jupiter. And if you didn't know you were in Jupiter or not in Jupiter or in Palm Beach Gardens, you wouldn't know it because they basically look the same at that point. Then in the middle, there is PGA. PGA runs right through the middle, and that is the main east-west thoroughfare. And then the next one is south, and that is that's North Lake. So here's the difference between the three. So PGA, I would say that's the main in and out of there, and where it runs from is like from A1A going west. So right there is a shopping center right there where it has some restaurants, some shops and things like that. Limoncello is a really nice restaurant right there, and then right at the bridge you have Seasons 52, and then the Ritz is putting this huge development in right at the corner there, right by the bridge. That's part of Palm Beach Gardens. It's this huge development with, condos starting at over $4 million. That's the starting point on them. So if you are thinking about moving here and you want to buy one of those, definitely reach out to me. I can definitely help you there. Anyways, it's this super high-end luxury condo development right there at the Ritz. So then we have Seasons 52, Waterway Cafe, and then we have the River House on the other side there. So there's just a number of restaurants right there around the bridge. We have drawbridges here, obviously, to go over the main waterways, and there happens to be one right there. They run on the hour, but it's not a big deal. So just across the bridge is a lot of shopping on PGA, like I was talking about. There's a lot of restaurants, some little shops, just any type of little shop and restaurant you can think of. Carmine's is there. That's one of my favorite all time. There's a cigar bar there. Angry Moon Cafe, I love that place too for breakfast and brunch. And then if you go on down, you're going to be at places like Just Salad is there. Trader Joe's is right across the street, kitty corner from there. And you just keep on going down the line. And as you get further out, a little bit further away, you're going to run into, on the south side of the street is the PGA Superstore. You can hit some balls. All the newest and greatest clubs out. You can try them out right there. You can get size for your clubs. It's just really a cool place. On a rainy day, it's good to go putt indoors. So then further down, heading west on the north end is the Gardens Mall. So the Gardens Mall, all the shopping malls kind of went, downhill all throughout the country, or most of them did. This one didn't. This place has been open, it stays open, it still has really some good anchors, and I don't see it going anywhere soon because even when I go there, now it's still very busy. And then we go across the street on PGA again on the south end. There's a lot of cool smaller restaurants. My favorite one over there is Spato's Oyster Bar. Now this place, I guess they fly in oysters every day. Don't quote me on that, but they're really good oysters, and they usually have an assortment of them on the menu. And not only is the oysters really good, but the seafood's really good. Everything on their menu is really good in general. And they've got great drinks as well. And occasionally they have some live entertainment, especially on the weekends. So it's just a really cool place. And you'll see these places, they have both indoor and outdoor seating. And they got the little things that spray you, so you keep cool. So I kind of like that, if it's not too hot out. I don't like to eat outside when it's really hot. But if it's cooler in the evening, I'll deal with it. Then there's also this restaurant, Cooper's. There's Rocco's Tacos. That's kind of a small chain, but they're really good. And then Prezzo. So there's a number of restaurants, and there's some other ones over there, but those are my favorites that I like to go to. So you want to check those out, and you'll really like the atmosphere that goes on down there and that end of PGA. Now you also want to check out the downtown area right there on PGA, and that has your Whole Foods. It has an REI store. It has a bunch of restaurants and small shops down there. There'll be people out there on Friday, Saturday night. Actually, that's how it is in South Florida. And then there's also a Lifetime Fitness that they just opened up. So if you're into that, you're into keeping fit, that's the place to be. Now, up on the north end on Donald Ross, there's also a number of restaurants by Alton. But if you really want to find some restaurants, you want to run across the street and go to Abacoa and get into their downtown area, and you'll find a whole plethora of restaurants over there. So if we're talking about Palm Beach Gardens, we got to talk about golf. And if we're talking about golf, we got to talk about golf communities. As far as golf communities here, there are a ton of them. I think there's there's at least a half a dozen for sure. And these are big golf communities. The biggest probably of all of them is PGA National. Now PGA National, there are hundreds of homes there, and there's all different sizes and types. They've got these little cabana type things to where they have these giant, 5,000 square foot, 10,000 square foot houses on the golf course. So they have all different price points. You'd probably spend at least $400,000 for something small, like a condo or a townhouse. And then you're going to go up into the $500,000 and $600,000 price point. And for $600,000, you're going to be able to get something like a 3.2 or a 4.3, even, just depending on the condition, the size. And then they go up in that $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 price range. You're going to find a lot of houses under $1 million in PGA National. And then you're going to find a bunch of them over $1 million too. It really gives a lot of house out there for the money. It is an older community, so some of these houses might need to be renovated, but it is a great place. It's got a lot of, there's 5 golf courses, and these are championship golf courses, so you're going to be the best. They've got parks there, clubhouse, of course, everything, and they do the Honda Open there, so you never know who you see out at PGA National. Okay, well, now if we're talking about activities such as golf, I can't not talk about the Palm Beach Gardens Tennis and Pickleball Center. Now this is located, once again, right off of PGA, just west of Military. And this complex has over, I think it's over 20, has 20 clay courts. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong on that. It might be more than that, but I know it's at least 20. And then there's hard surface courts, there's pickleball courts, or racquetball, handball courts, and basketball courts. This place is incredible. I belong there. I play there a couple times a week. It's just really, they always have everything in tip-top shape. They have tournaments, they have leagues, they have all kinds of tennis frenzies and things like that. So it's really a great place to check out if you're into tennis. If you're a resident of Palm Beach Gardens, you pay, I think, like $400 for the year. If you're a non-resident, it's about $800, and I'm a non-resident. It's still worth the money, so I do go there. There are plenty of other things to do. If you're into water sports, any of that kind of stuff, obviously we're so close to the ocean and intercoastal. If you're into boating, fishing, snorkeling, diving, you can be to all these places in minutes, any type of water sport whatsoever. So that's cool. So those are the main things that people do down here in the Palm Beaches, you know, boating, fishing. So one of the other things you want to keep in mind is the cost of living in Palm Beach Gardens. Now, the biggest thing really is the housing. The median price of a single family home there is $950,000, and the price of condos is like $400,000. That's just the median. So you can get into a house, a condo, small condo, say 200,000, a little over 200,000. But that's going to be something over on Military or something like that, just something really small. And then, but it could be nice if you get in the mid twos, and then you're going to go up into houses really start in the mid fours up into 500,000, and then you get into the $600,000 to $700,000 price point. They look almost the same, but maybe a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger. And then you're getting that $800,000, $900,000, $1 million price point. And then, you know, there's a lot of new construction going on down here as well. In pockets, there's a place called Alton, and the condos there start out like, I don't know, $800,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, over $1 million, some of them. And then the houses, single family homes, are like $1.4 million, $1.5 million, up to $2 million, basically. They're nice houses, but they're like zero lot lines, but that's kind of like what they look like. Now, if you go out to west, on the very west edge, there's a new development out there called Avenir. There's 5 different builders. It's got tons of new construction, something for everybody. There's actually 55 and older out there, high-end luxury 55 and older. They start around 800,000-900,000. They say 600,000, but after you start adding things on. But there's some really nice homes out there, all brand new, turnkey, move right in, ready. Just beautiful homes. So once again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, you know, ring that bell down below, because we are putting out new content every week, and that way you'll get notified every time we put out a new video and you don't want to miss out on that. Now, if you do want to get a hold of me, you can call me directly, shoot me a text, an email, any way you want to get a hold of me. I got your back if you think about moving here to the Palm Beaches of South Florida.